You want to get started in PC flipping, but you don't have much money. This is where I started, the Dell Optiplex. The easiest computer to find and the cheapest actually makes the most money. Well, you have to start somewhere, right? And actually, how I started with this is I was given 3 or 4 Dell Optiplex computers for free, and they were just missing the hard drives. So I put a hard drive in each one, put Windows 10 on it, sold each one, and then went out and bought some more. But any Dell computer, HP, the Optiplex specifically is the easiest one to find and easiest to work on. You can find them for $20 sometimes. You can get them for free. People will just give them to you. So that's a good way to start. And this time I found a couple of Optiplexes here on Offerup. And I've sold them before and bought and sold them before, but I didn't make a specific video about the actual final sale. So here we have $15 for these two. There's a 790 small form factor, and I noticed that there's a Core i5 sticker on there, so that's good. And then the other one, you can't see it, but I asked him, he said it's a 7010, and I was looking for parts. So I was like, well, do I really want more Optiplexes? I still have 4 or 5 that are kind of halfway apart and not complete. But for the purposes of the video, I said, $15, it's a good deal, even if only one works. So I went to pick it up, and then I'll show you how it looks. So here is the Optiplex 390 small form factor. Let's take a peek inside. Little guy. It says Core i5 in front, and it'd be 2nd gen. These are pretty easy to work on because you don't even need tools to access everything. And then we flip up this guy. So you have to unlock this. There's the hard drive. This is a good deal because it came with the hard drives. Usually they don't come with hard drives. So we've got 250 gig. Memory, let's see. 2 2GB sticks. And it looks pretty clean. So all we gotta do is upgrade this to 8 gig. Reinstall Windows. That's for sale. Get about $50 for these, or sell it with a monitor and keyboard. Yes, they're old, but for people that don't have a computer at all, this is totally fine. And so people just want the cheapest thing possible to have any sort of computer. Here's the Offerup 7010. This one's dirty. Hard drive. So yeah, not the best, but for $15, this is a 1 terabyte, so that's good. So all we gotta do is boot these guys up and clean that. They usually work. If they don't work anymore, it's usually the power supply. The nice thing about getting Optiplexes over and over and over again is you end up with a lot of spare parts. So if one doesn't work, you can just easily swap it with another one. And this is a Pentium chip. Should be also 2nd gen, and you can easily just swap in another core, i5 or i3 in there. But again, it won't matter. As long as you have 8 gigs, the person using it is usually just a very, very basic user, and so they won't really be able to tell the difference anyway. All right, so let's check these out. Check this out, the 390 just boots right up. Interesting. No password or anything, so that's ready to go. So let's check out the other one. The 7010 was actually interesting because it is, I think, the same as the 9010. It did boot up. I've put memory sticks in there and it did boot up. It's weird the BIOS has property of something, but I didn't record that part. The hard drive doesn't work. The 1 terabyte hard drive that was shown just clicks, and that's probably why somebody stole the memory out of it. But I'm going to, I think, take this motherboard from the 7010 and use it in my 9010, which needed a board, and then maybe just put something else inside of the Optiplex box or sell it as a sleeper case, which is popular these days. So for the purposes of profit, I think it's just going to be $15 basically for the 390 mini tower small form factor. I should be able to get $50 for it. That's a $35 turnaround. And you might be thinking, well, that seems like a lot of work for only $35 of profit. But it's not really. All I did was pick it up, turned it on. It worked. I didn't even have to install Windows 10. And then I immediately sell it later for the extra $35. And that's a decent profit. And you can do that over and over and over again. And it's very quick, and you don't have to wait weeks or months for it to sell because these cheap ones sell really fast. But even if I only make $30, I did get the motherboard that I was looking for. Also an extra power supply and a case to use for whatever. So all in all, it's worth it. Just look around, see if you can find an Optiplex. I always search for those in Facebook, Offerup, Craigslist, and ask your friends. Maybe somebody has an old one in their garage. You would be surprised. Well, wouldn't you know it? As I was working on this video, somebody called me and said, I need a cheap computer. I only have $50. Do you have one? And I said, yes. So it's already sold in just 24 hours. I told you, they're good deals. We'll see you on the next one.